Hello again. In this video, we will learn the grammatical point demonstrative adjectives. Demonstrative adjectives are also called determiners. There is a group of words, they are called determiners because they are usually used before noun to determine or to specify it. So, demonstrative adjectives are the part of the group of determiners. What are demonstrative adjectives? Let us learn about them. They are used before a noun to point out which person or thing is referred to when we have others like them. Demonstrative adjectives we use when we have so many things, so many persons, or so many nouns, and we want to specify that of them this one, or of that one, or of this one. So when we specify while pointing out to a noun, then we use demonstrative adjective. Then the second point that is needed to be learned is that demonstrative adjectives demonstrate a noun indicating nearness or distance. Means demonstrative adjectives may be used to indicate something that is near to us or something that is in distance from us. In what sense? In the sense of space, time, or context. If in a space there is something far or near to us, we also use demonstrative adjectives. Then if we are talking about time, because the nouns showing the time may also take demonstrative adjectives, and then we are using the demonstrative adjectives to show the nearness or distance in time. And then in context, sometimes in written language, means in the context we say that this thing happened before and this thing happened after. We want to show the contrast of nearness and distance in context. So in that sense, we also use demonstrative adjectives. We have 4 demonstrative adjectives in English, like this, that, these, and those. We have also another word, but it is a bit literary and old-fashioned and more formal, that is yonder, and that is used in the sense of that. But in day-to-day conversation, day-to-day writing, we don't use yonder, but still it exists and is also considered as demonstrative adjective. Now let us discriminate these 4 in distance and in singular and plural. So they are divided into number, nearness, and distance. So the singular demonstrative adjectives are this and that. This is used for nearness and that is used for distance. Their plurals are these and those. These are used as a plural form of this to show something that is near, and those are used as the plural form of that when we indicate something that is in distance, but plural. So these nearness plural, those distance plural. This nearness singular, that distance singular. Let us understand these all things while using them in the sentence. I say, this boy sings. I'm using here this before the word boy, which is noun. So I'm using this here before the noun and I'm specifying. It means we have other boys also. And someone asks from me, which boy? I say, this boy sings. The others don't. So I am indicating, either physically you indicate or you don't indicate physically, or from the context it is understood. So here it is pointing out the boy, means of all the boys, this boy sings, means there are other boys too. Sign this form, please. Here I am using this before form. Form in the sentence is a noun, and the sentence gives the sense that we have other forms too, but the person we are asking to sign the form is, we are pointing out this one. You don't have to sign other forms, you have to sign this form. So this is the use of this, and that is used when something in a distance and singular form, like that book was mine. It means there were other books, and a person is asking from us that I had some books, and then he told little description of the books, and he said, yes, that book was mine. You gave the description of. So that book was mine means there were other books too. And here we are talking about something in the context of time. Then we focused on that problem. We are having a chat or gossiping, and various problems came before us, and we say we focused on that problem, means the specific one from the problem someone is talking about. So that, and again we are talking something that happened in the past, or past itself shows a distance in time. Then the use of these is, these mangoes are sour. It means there are other mangoes, they are sweet, but a group before them, maybe you have already tested them or something. So you say these mangoes are sour, means there are other mangoes too, but of them these are sour. I think these shoes are new. It's a cluster group of maybe many pairs of shoes are lying there, and you say, I think these shoes are new, or these shoes look new, means specific group of them. And since there are more than one pair of shoes, that's why we are using these. Those books belong to her. Again, a group of books someone is talking about. So we say those books, means there were other books, but those books belonged to her. And then she would prefer those roses. Someone has brought roses and asking our opinion that what type of roses she likes. I have brought these things. I said those roses. Here I am showing the distance. They are lying in distance from me, and I say those roses she will like, or she would like those roses. So this is all about demonstrative adjectives. We use them when we indicate something or point out something, and when there's a possibility of confusion and we want to determine them, we want to clarify them while using the demonstrative adjectives. Then, if you remember my previous lecture on demonstrative pronouns, so then the question must be arising in your mind that then what is the difference between demonstrative pronouns and demonstrative adjectives. So let's also learn about the difference between the two terms, demonstrative pronouns and demonstrative adjectives. Demonstrative adjectives, point number one is, there is always a noun after them. If you see in my all these examples, you have nouns like book, problem, mangoes, shoes, and books and roses. In all these examples, after the demonstrative adjectives, we have noun. That is the first point we have to bear in our minds to determine whether the word is demonstrative pronoun or demonstrative adjective. So the first point is, we have always noun after them. Number two, they are not used at the end of a sentence, whereas we can use the demonstrative pronouns at the end of sentence, but demonstrative adjectives all alone cannot be used at the end of a sentence. And number 3 point is specify a noun. Means noun is already given, or option of the nouns is already given, and we want to specify while using the demonstrative adjectives. What about, and let's have a look again some examples. These apples are fresh. Again, you can see that after these we have a noun, so these will be considered as demonstrative adjective. That man, after that we have a noun, so after that we have a noun, so that will be considered as demonstrative adjective. So that man is my teacher. But demonstrative pronouns are different, because we already know that the word pronoun is used in place of noun, not with noun, in place of noun. So wherever these words like this, that, these, those will be used as demonstrative pronouns, they will not be used with the noun but in place of noun. So that's why the first point is noun is not present after them. This is the major difference between demonstrative pronoun and demonstrative adjective. We never have a noun after demonstrative pronoun. Normally preceded by a verb. This is the second point. If you want to make things short or keep certain tips in your mind, that you will mostly find a verb after demonstrative pronouns, whereas after demonstrative adjectives you will have a noun. And the third point is they can be used at the end of a sentence. Demonstrative adjectives are not used in that way, but demonstrative pronouns can be used at the end of a sentence. Let us understand this whole thing through the examples. This is mine. You can see this is a pronoun, and after that we have a verb. Here we have a noun, here we have a verb. So this will be considered as demonstrative pronoun. Can you see that? Look, this is used at the end of a sentence because it is replacing a noun, and that doesn't happen with demonstrative adjectives. That sounds like a great idea. Again, that, and after that we have a verb. So this is used in place of noun, that's why it takes directly verb after it. These cost, here cost is a verb, and this again is a demonstrative pronoun, because demonstrative pronoun does not take after it noun, mostly it takes verb, or it can come at the end of a sentence. So these cost twice as much as they did last year. So in summary, or in a nutshell, demonstrative adjectives are always used with a noun. Demonstrative pronouns are not used with a noun. They come in place of them. Demonstrative adjectives cannot come at the end of a sentence. Demonstrative pronouns can be used at the end of sentence. I hope you learned the demonstrative adjectives and the difference between demonstrative adjectives and demonstrative pronouns. If you really learned something and enjoyed this video, do like and subscribe. Until my next video, bye bye.